Hey everybody, this is the Pissed Rhino show coming at you on a Monday. Everybody's favorite day of the week, right? Hope everybody had a great weekend. I got out to crawl some, so I had a pretty good weekend. That's one of the things we're going to review today. I really don't have any updates on the Red Cat today. I think it's been the same since Friday, which I gotta upload the video for Friday. So you'll see more on that on the next video I upload. And then on this one, you're gonna see the aftermath of our outing. And we'll go through some little mail call that I got here. I think that's it for today. It's gonna be maybe a short one. We'll see. We'll see how much rambling I do. So let's get started. So first off, I took the Trx4m out. Now it's got the Enduro tires on it and the Enduro wheels. My feedback, they're not as good as LGRP Swamp Kings as far as for crawling. They did pretty well, but it was much harder to get from point A to point B with these tires. So these will be coming off. I gotta order another set of LGRPs because I gave my last set to my son. So we'll get those going and get those back on this vehicle. So that's one thing. So let's review the damage. So we got dirt, which is good, right? The body panels look just fine, as they always do. They always have a little bit of scuffing, but it's not that big a deal. Let's look at the bottom. Okay. Usually, my portals are beat to shit. My axles are beat to shit. But everybody complains about these holding them up because they're metal and they create friction. I had no problems with that. Crawling big rocks. Maybe they hold you up in the mud. I don't know. But when you're rock crawling, actually rock crawling, I saw no issues. So they protected my axles really well. I have a little bit of scuffing. Oh, nope, that was dirt. Here's one. Look, just a little bit like I got on the side of a rock. I got just a little bit of scuffing there. Maybe a little bit here. Yeah, a little bit here. Most of that's dirt, but I have to say, and this is not me trying to be politically incorrect or whatever, but the trail portals are way better than the Mias portals. Notice, I haven't lost a screw. Nothing is loose. After I take the wheels and tires off, I'll look at the main 6 screws and see, but I don't know. I push this thing just as hard as I normally do, and there's no issues with it. The underside, I mean, the stickers on the underside are still perfect, which is weird. But we went to the same place, crawled the same hills, and came back with less damage. So hopefully that means I got something set up here pretty good. Scuffs on the back corners, but nothing in the back. You can see I got the fans now. I have the interior with the heads, but that interior just takes up way too much room. Not worth it at all. I don't want anything sticking out, so I'll stick with this interior. The shocks did great. These are Proline. See the little PL on there. And they did exactly what I needed them to do. And I'd also like to say, I don't have any torque twist on this vehicle. How do I know that? Well, that'll be our next discussion. The Ryft. The Ryft has tremendous torque twists. So anyway, we'll talk about that in just a second. But overall, Trx4m, still a winner. Still doing it. Still crawling places that definitely should not be crawling. And this time, doing it without breaking anything. That's kind of nice, right? And I'll be honest with you, that's the first time. This is the first time that it's come back without something broken. Now, I'll also tell you that we crawled twice as long as we normally do. It was an all-day event. We had other people show up. I mean, we had, at one point, 6 cars going at the same time, I think. So, it was a good time. Not a big thing, but everybody's talking about putting on an event, so maybe I'll do that, but obviously I would have to get approval from the park before we do that, but it's something to consider. Alright, so Trx4m came back in one piece. Still looking fly. Alright. Next, I don't know if my chair is going to hit the camera. Nope, good. Next up the bat is something I really wanted to take out and get to done. And it's a beast. I can't even get it on my table. The Ryft. She crawled like a champ. Just amazing what it can do. And you know, there's millions of better crawlers out there, but for something you can build at home relatively cheaply, and I built this entire thing from the ground up, as you see in my other videos, and it's an amazing crawler. I mean, it made short work of the wall. Of course, it didn't make it up the cliff because it's a freaking cliff, but everything else, I mean, we got some, let's go through the damage. All right, so I got some scuffing here on the plastic cage. No big deal, right? That looked loose, but it's not. Look at this side. Carbon fiber still looks good on this side. Wheels and tires are mint. Nothing really to talk about over here. Let's go to the front. So the front got the most amount of scuffing. And let's see real quick if it's going to come off or not. I don't know. I haven't even looked at it since we got home yesterday. Again, having baby wipes at your workstation, if you don't have them by now, then you're just not listening. You should always have a pack of baby wipes. So the white scuffs came off. There's light scuffs there. Nothing into the carbon fiber, just into the clear coat. So I could take my Dremel and clean that up if I really wanted to. Maybe some scuffs or dirt here on the added trail shock mount location. So the biggest thing I see so far is the scuff on that, but a few minutes of work, I can have that cleaned up. Oh, I did lose a clip. I still have one of them, but I lost a clip, so that's bad news, right? Front-wise, I see nothing until we get down to the steering linkage, and we'll look at that in just a minute. Rear, everything looks mint except for the steering mechanism. All right, let's flip this baby over. So here's the biggest surprise. This thing is a big sheet of black aluminum. Nothing special about it. No special coatings. But it looks like it never even touched the ground, let alone a rock. I've got two little nicks right here on this side, which is incredible to me. Then you look at the rest of it, you got some dirt and a scuff on this link. This link's fine. This link's fine. All the other links are fine, except for this one rear, so it must have slid off a rock. You go to the portal axles. I don't see any. Well, there's one little scratch right there. And then the green stuff got scuffs. And it's going to. And that's why I put this shit on here. Everybody told me, man, that having that steering arm sticking out like that, it's gonna catch. Well, I'll tell you what, it never caught once. They are scraped up. And honestly, I want this to scrape. I want this to scrape. And I don't care about the links. Because if I ever want to put this back to 100%, those are the cheapest things. Plus, if I scratch up all the green, I can change it to something else. That's what I don't think people get, is they're always easy to put you down for what you built into your vehicle, but they don't know your situation. If this was a shelf queen or something I didn't want to get scratched up, I wouldn't have built it this way. I'd build it like I did the Scx6, where it's $7,000 of parts, and it would be crazy to fix any of it. So I'm not going to bash it. I'm going to drive it. I'm going to have fun with it, but I'm not going to bash it. And that's how all these are. This, I'm going to have fun with it. I'm not going to bash it. There's no reason just to tear up a crawler to be cool and flip your shit over and crash and all your friends go, damn. That's not what I'm into. I'm into crawling, having a good time, watching my friends. I like to watch just as much as I do to drive. But anyway, that's enough of that speech. Let's go to the front. Obviously, the front takes most of the damage, and the steering link took all that damage. I don't know if you can see it, but we got aluminum chunks missing, and that's great, because then back here we've got scratches. Absolutely nothing on the diff, by the way, just the diff cover. This is flawless. This is $350 by itself. This is $19.99. This is like $12. So break the $12, make it look like shit. Break the $19. Or actually, it's 19 for 2 or 24 for 2, something like that. Anyway, $12, $40. I replace those and the truck looks brand new. But I can't replace this for $10. So that's how you design your truck. You put the cheapest stuff out front. Because if I had a round bar that was up higher, the rocks would have just slid off of it nice and clean and potentially would have scraped this. This sticks out in front and it's kind of low, and it's meant to do that. It's meant to bounce off the rocks. So some will say different. Some will say, oh, it's not meant to do that. It's just a steering link. Yeah, but it's designed to be out front. And if you have those strong enough servos, you don't have to worry about your steering moving. Your steering's not going to move. And that's what you got here. The steering's not moving. It's just rocks hitting the steering bar. No big deal. It's not bent. It didn't throw off my geometry at all. So I'm pretty happy with this. This looks great. If I changed the grain parts right now, it would be back to brand new, other than the scuff on the cage and the carbon fiber. But I can do that in the future if I want to. That's the great thing about this hobby is as long as you're not crawling outside of your means, you should be able to repair anything on your vehicle yourself. That's another reason you build it yourself. You build it, you know it. You know, I know every screw on this vehicle. Every screw. So there's never a question for me of how to fix it. Some of the electronics, if they fizzle out or something goes wrong there, yeah, I'm not going to know the internals how to fix it. But I can either have it repaired or I can replace it. That's how that works. You can change things in the future. You don't have to. Let's say I crawled and this hung up. Like everybody said it would. It hung up. It was killing me. I couldn't crawl. Okay, so I could order a new one, a different one, and put it on there. I learned that this was junk and I needed something different. But that's not what I learned, guys. I learned that this is protecting me. So it's going to stay there. Man, I'm surprised the wheels, not a scratch on the wheels, because I did a lot of sidewall action. I will tell you this. I've got video and pictures of it being out in the wild and the other cars that were with us. So I'll be posting a little video about our crawling excursion as soon as I can get it put together. So probably later this week. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. Ryft did great. It was fun. I'm not saying it's going to win a crawling competition due to its class, but it's fun as hell. And that's what this hobby is about. 95% of the people never go to a competition. You just want to go out and have fun and know that you can drive it and it's not going to break every time. See, that's why I was so frustrated with the Trx4m and the Mia's portals, is because every time I took it out, it broke. Axles broke. Shit that shouldn't be breaking broke. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to badmouth Mia's, but here's two things I learned over the weekend while crawling. One, their parts don't live up to other parts. Like I said, the trail portals are way better. The Ripper chassis is cool and easy to build, but let's face it, guys, it's not built to be a crawler chassis. It doesn't have the geometry needed to be a decent crawler. It's an okay crawler. And it's fun to drive it around in dirt and sticks and all kinds of other stuff. But when it's actually rock and trying to go up steep inclines, I know you can get it to go up some steep inclines, but not like you could just a regular LCG chassis. You can get LCG chassis that can basically climb a 7 inch high curb and just go right over it. With the Rippers, it's very hard to do that. So it will do it, but man, it could be a lot easier to crawl. So I'll get into that real quick. So my plan is I got to finish my Red Cat because I really want to get it out and try it. It's not ready. I got new links I'm going to build for it. I think I'm going to do rear links in the front and in the back. That's what I used to do in the Trx4Ms back before the Ripper chassis. So that's what I'm going to do here. Make this extended in the front. And what else? Oh, about a carbon fiber chassis. First one came out. It's on pre-order. Not sure when it'll get here. But with a carbon fiber chassis, this will be done completely. The only thing that's stock on it is the drivetrain, other than the main axles or drive shafts. I apologize. So you got the spur, you got the middle axle, and then you got the transmission. That's all stock. Once I make the links and get the carbon fiber chassis on here, nothing else will be stock. Maybe if I keep the bumpers. Not sure if I'll do that or not. So that's that. So this is my next project to finish. And then I've decided on 2 new projects. One is going to be an LCG rock crawler Trx4m. My usual parts, trail portals, Furatech, all that shit, but not in a Ripper. It's going to be in a LCG chassis that I got to figure out which one to go with. I might talk to Beast Mode and see if Beast Mode can hook me up with a custom chassis that I can design to make it do what I want it to do. And then, I don't know, I'll probably put one of those new Endura Jeep bodies on it, or I don't have any bodies anymore, so I'll have to get a body of something to put on it. But it's going to be dedicated to rocks. So I just wanted to be good at rock crawling. The Ripper's, 50% good of 10 things. And I'm just going to build something that's 90% good at one thing. So then the other project I'm going to do an Scx24. You might ask why, and that would be understandable. I've never built one. And the parts that are available for them is just insane. You go to Maz Designs, you go to LGRP. I mean, they're putting out some cool stuff. titanium axle, stuff like that. And I want to build one with the best parts they have. So that's the plan for the next couple builds. I got my big boys, and I want to build an Scx10, the newest one. But I think I don't know. Driving the bigger scales is so much more fun because they're a lot more capable. So I don't know. Anyway, so that's my thought process. Like I said, I want to do the Trx4m and I want to do the Scx24. But if I get a good deal on an Scx10 revision 3 or the Pro, I think it's the Pro, right? Scx10 Pro. If I can get one of those, I will build that. So, a couple things to show you is, so in my builds, my electronics mostly are held on by carbon fiber. And so I'm looking at this stuff here. So this, I've ordered from Velcro before, but not the heavy duty stuff. I'm trying to open this carefully because I'm not sure this is what I want. Now that I'm looking at the boxes. I also really need to organize my little cart here. I've got so many parts and tools laying throughout it. So this is the industrial. But all this is regular Velcro, just bigger, thicker. Oh man. Okay, so that's pretty good shit. So, if both of these boxes are the exact same, I'm going to keep one of them, obviously. But not both of them. This is 1 inch. One and a half. So you got 15 foot by 2 inch or 16 foot by 1.5. I'm not sure which one I'll keep, but I'll keep one of them. The reason I ordered industrial is because a lot of the stuff is not strong enough to put up with crawling vehicles. So let's say you have your receiver Velcro mounted in, but you take a big fall and it falls out. You don't want that. So that's why a lot of people just double-sided tape everything. Now, I did that. Everything is double-sided taped. Right now my receiver is not receiver. My ESC is double-sided tape. My on-off button is Velcro, and this little problem right here is really why I bought the Velcro. I double-sided taped it. It fell right off. I put regular Velcro on, and it just doesn't hold. So I want to try a little bit of this industrial strength Velcro and see if I can get it to stick and stay. Or I'm going to have to make a mount for it, and I probably should just do that, but I thought it'd be fun to try and figure out how to make a Velcro actually work, because obviously right now it's not working. gel. We'll see how that goes in the future. Next up, I'll go to my Cobalt little toolbox. Cut off the tip. Alright, so in the last video, I talked about those 3D printed stands that I bought that don't work for shit. So I ordered some new stands. This one being the little one for the Trx4m. By the way, the green color that it shows on the ad is not the green color you get. It's kind of weird color. But it looks pretty simple. I think we'll just build this while I got it here. This is like one screw. So we got one hole for this. Not sure where the spacer goes, but I guess I need to figure out. I don't know if you guys can see this. My camera position's not very good today. Holy shit. It's being put together by screws that aren't even in the vehicle. Guessing that goes there. Probably. I have no idea. Sorry guys, I wanted to do this for show and tell. We'll see if this does it. So in the comments below, why don't you tell me what you did? You gotta be kidding me. What you did over the weekend. Did you crawl? Did you do something with the family? Did you have to work? You stupid shit. I never use my Phillips screwdrivers. I can't believe there's still companies using Phillips screws. By the way, when I took my son to school this morning, god damn it. There's a van casing the subdivision. I think they're looking for packages on porches, so I don't know if any of you guys have ever had that issue. We never have until possibly now. But I guess we'll see. Oh my God. I got more things to show you guys, so I guess I should have not used this as a starting point. Alright, so that is how you put it together. Now watch my truck not fit on it. It looks too short. But it's not. Yay! I finally have a stand that keeps my tires off the ground so they don't flat spot. I'm so happy. That's a good little stand. Okay, so now that it's together, it rotates. Very nice. It fits inside the tray really good. It also has, this is that slidey shit to put on to protect the bottom of your vehicle. And then you got the magnets to put in the bottom. So this goes there. And then these go in here. So I would say this is an A+. Amazon. It's very cheap. But it spins well, honestly. Easy to put together. And it's does the job, and it's cheap. I don't know how much it was on Amazon, like 10 bucks maybe, or 12. They were on sale, and I'm sure they'll be back on sale for Black Friday. So keep an eye out. These are the perfect stand for a Trx4m. Other shit that you see online, 3D printed, sucks. They don't work. So now, I don't know, this cost me more. This little fucking thing, 3D printed, cost me more, and it's a piece of shit. So don't buy 3D printed RC stands. Spend a few bucks more and get you a nice swivel stand that you can store your parts in the bottom. Get this shit out of here. You can see it's very similar to my other parts trays. So it matches really well. They do have like red and black. I should have got black. This green is freaking ugly, so I don't suggest getting green. But they had a black. They had a black with gold trim. That was kind of neat. So if I have any more Trx4m projects, I will be buying one of those for every one of my projects. So that's the little guy. So now, by the way, let me show you this a little bit better. They say Trx4m on the side or on the ends. I don't know. It's shit. Don't buy it. Don't buy anything the guy makes. Anyway, that's shit. It's going in the trash. First thing in the trash today. Notice I say today because a lot of shit goes in the trash. Alright, next up to bat, we've got this box. My camera should be tilted a little more this way. I don't think I'm going to build this on here, but I'll show you everything. So this one is very similar. But this is for the big boys. I ordered stands for the big boys as well from the same guy, and they were too short as well. So, like I said, stay away from that guy. His parts are shrunken. Now these are a little more expensive. I cannot remember how much, but I think it was like 26 bucks. It's got pads that go on here. It's got your screw sizes. It's got holders for your connectors. I usually, when I solder my connectors, I've always just done it freehand, but these help tremendously. I did a new wire for the Red Cat, and it cut my time in half. Screw measurements, wire measurements, all kinds of good stuff on there. Let's get the rest of it open. So here's the part the car goes on. Here's the centerpiece. Look at this centerpiece, holy shit. Nice CNC logo. I guess this goes down. And it's got like a rifle on both sides. This is wicked. So this is a lock. This one locks it in place so it don't turn, because this is a swivel. And this one down here, oh yeah, this one here, you just turn and pick your height, and that's your height. And it's definitely got plenty of height. I hope. I know it'll be fine for the Red Cat. Not so sure about the Ryft. Let's kind of just throw it on here. That's already got a screw in it, so I can't put it together. Oh hell yeah. Plenty of height. Plenty of height. Now I'm happy because I did buy two of them. One for the Red Cat, one for the Ryft, to keep their tires off the ground. And then I've already got specialty custom lift on the Scx4. So this covers all my vehicles. Although that green one, I might buy another black one, since I ended up getting black with gold trim on the big ones. I might get black with gold trim on the little one. But yeah, pretty excited about these. Looks like this one's going to be way easier to put together. Spins good. 4 screws to put in the bottom. So I guess which side do I want in the front? Probably this side. This has a recess in it. Easy to put together. These are going to be like huge. Yep. So yeah, this one's much easier to put together. Not that the green one was hard to put together, it was just awkward. This one's not awkward, it's got plenty of balance. But it is 10 times the size, so I guess the little one is going to be not so balanced. I do have electrical tools to do this, but I figured might as well just do it by hand on video, right? One last one. These magnets feel better than the others. And those are the strips for the top and bottom. Oh, I see what they did. That's neat. Sorry, I'm gonna just tighten these up. Alright, so there's the stand. It has the lock. It locks it in any place. So that's cool. Just pull down on that. It removes the lock, and you can free spin to your heart's desire. It's got the magnets, and it's got the little... What I was saying a while about is in here, they're cut out. These are the ones that go on the bottom. Well, then if you take those out, then you have the cover for these. I say backwards, but you see what I'm saying? So they 2-in-1'd it, which is smart. Saves precious resources like money. So I got a second one here that I got to put together. Yeah, it's exactly the same colors, same everything. So when I'm done here, I'll put that together and I'll get my trucks on stands. Pretty excited. Pretty excited. Alright, next up, last but not least, maybe. Okay, let's get that out of the way. We have loom, wire loom. Now, this is the bigger. I also have smaller, but wire loom, back in the day when I was a youngster, and we thought our cars were cool, even though they were like, mine was a Dodge Daytona. But wire loom is a circled material that is cut. You put your wires in there, you let go, and now your wires are covered in a material. So when you got bunches of wires, like on this thing, in my last video I talked about how shitty this looks, and it looks pretty shitty. So I'm going to redo everything with this wire loom, put as many wires in the bundle as I can to clean this thing up. Like this will be in a bundle so there's no wires. I've never done this before on an RC car. Now everybody says, you know, you can use shrink wrap and cord. And you can buy that stuff online too. The problem is you can't put it on something that has a bigger connector than its diameter. So this right here, you cannot put in that cord unless you get a huge diameter cord to put over that. Now this, since it's open, see this is the smaller one, but since it's cut open, I'm not saying it's easy, especially on this little one. It is not going to be easy. But once you have it open, you can put your wire in there and then do the wire all the way back, and then you'll have it covered. So these look exactly like the cord, but these are way different. And they're much easier to use, and your time you'll save a ton of time. And of course that's why I got it. I'll put them up here. My camera position is still way out of whack. I'm not sure what happened today. Anyway, these are the two. This is 1/4 inch. No, this is 1/4 inch. This is 3/8. Something like that. Yeah, 1/4 inch. And then the bigger one is 3/8. And then it also comes with these straps you can use, you know, instead of zip ties. They're kind of big, so I doubt I use them on the build, but just going to these is going to make the build look so much better. So that's what I will be doing next. So I got to clean up my trucks from the crawl. I got to finish building the stands. Then I got to start messing with the wires and build the links for the red cat. And that should be enough for today. So much stuff to do. But the good thing is it's fun. It's a hobby. So we get to have fun every time we put our hands on one of these little trucks. Alright guys, that's it for today. That's my mail call. That's the review of the crawl. I'll have a video made up of the crawl hopefully by the end of this week. We'll see. I got a lot of videos to go through. Some good stuff. We got some up close and personal stuff of the Ryft. But other than that, that's the show for today, folks. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I need a slogan. Until next time, keep modding and crawling. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? Modding and crawling. Not just talking about RCs. We're not just talking about all cars like drift cars and all that. We're talking about crawlers and modding them. So modding crawler. Alright. Peace out, everybody.
As I look up at the sky, my mind starts tripping, a tear drops my eye. My body temperature falls.